Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Room Podcast. And Stephen A. Smith on the Stephen A. Smith Show decided to address Shannon Sharpe leaving Undisputed and FS1, right? And I mean, I get what Stephen A. is trying to do. You know, he's trying to, play both sides. He's not going to disrespect Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless is the one who fed him, and helped him get his reinvigorate his career when he came back to ESPN, and Skip wanted to be on First Take more frequently. Okay. And then the Shannon Sharpe, for Shannon Sharpe, what I'm saying, he's like, hey, Shannon Sharpe is more than welcome to come to ESPN. But this is what he says, though. I'll play a little clip of what he had to say about it.
That Shannon Sharpe had been bought out of FS1, and he would be leaving at the conclusion of the NBA Finals. There were two things that came to my mind. That's a big loss for the show Undisputed, because Shannon matters, and that I don't know what his plans are. I don't know what he's trying to pursue. I don't know what he's after. But if Shannon Sharpe needs me, I'm happy to be here for him. And if that included him wanting to come on First Take, the bosses at ESPN know that is something I would support. Not every day, but one of those days every week.
And I have a problem with this, man, because, on the one hand, Stephen A. is, extending the olive branch, but, the olive branch is, clipped up. You know what I'm saying? You can come on. I'll be more than welcome to have him on if the bosses approve, and it'd be once a week, And later in the video, he lists off all the people he works with and stuff like that, so he likes his rotating cast. I mean, Shannon Sharpe is bigger than a rotating cast. You know what I'm saying? Number one, even if ESPN approved it, which I don't think they would, and secondly, we don't know what the buyout stipulates. I mean, the buyout in these situations most likely has a non-compete clause. So before he's ever to show face on ESPN, could it be 6 months? Could it be a year? We don't know, right? Those details haven't come out, but based on just what Stephen A. Smith said, and I'm Shannon Sharpe, why would Shannon Sharpe even entertain that idea? You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharpe doesn't need ESPN for more exposure, and then it's almost, like I said, insulting for him to be a rotating guest on the show. Why? You know what I'm saying? I know Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe are cool, but it's cool if they want to be on each other's podcast, but to be a rotating guest on the First Take is just that's not the move for Shannon Sharpe, in my opinion. I think he needs to go independent, or have his own platform somewhere else, and stick to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Stephen A. Smith, man, even when he offers something, man, it's just gonna help Stephen A. Smith's numbers. Even when he offers something, it feel like there's gonna be mad strings attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Because God forbid Stephen A. Smith doesn't want to get outshined on his own show. I alluded to that in my own on one of my previous videos, because I was like, Shannon Sharpe is a big personality now. He's a big media personality now. You know what I'm saying? So if he ever made an appearance on First Take, even once a week, those numbers are going to be massive. It's just going to help line his pockets, because Stephen A. always talks about, the first thing I do when I wake up is, how do I make my bosses more money? And then how do I get some of that, right? So, of course, this is right up his wheelhouse, but for Shannon, this ain't smart money for him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need any additional exposure from ESPN, or even entertain that if there's not a non-compete clause in there. I would leave ESPN alone, honestly. I mean, we just saw, Pat McAfee just got a big bag. Stephen A. Smith mentioned that too, because he was getting a lot of heat about not addressing the Pat McAfee situation. And I mean, he brought up, Stephen did bring up a fair point that his deal was done years ago, and that, when his deal's up in 2 years, he's looking to capitalize. So he's thankful for Pat McAfee, whatever, right? But I just thought it was just a weird gesture from Stephen A. Smith, honestly. He could have mentioned this to talk about the situation, but then to kind of plug in, he could come to First Take, but for once a week. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't know. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, let me know what y'all think about Stephen A. Smith making this potential offer to Shannon Sharpe to come on once a week on First Take. I think it's silly, but let me know what y'all think. Please subscribe. I'm out.